I flew too close to the sun. I flew too close to the sun. I dragged one window too many. So... my bad. Let me refresh this.
Keep trying.
What was that like? What was that like at your end? What did that look like? Okay, we're back. We're back. Luckily, no one's set a lap yet. Meaningful one. Oh, my standings are quiet. Wait a second. I just wanted to get it like pixel perfect. Just absolutely just pixel, pixel, pixel. But we're back now. And it is Lando who is ahead of Oscar. So we're going to see the McLarens set their lap times and the first little indication. Verstappen, I believe, might be coming out of the pits. So let's see what Lando can do. 1 minute 17.7 from Behrman. I'd expect this to be quite a bit quicker. Yeah, 1 minute 17.1. And what about Piastri? Looking at the sector times, I don't think he's going to be as quick. Let's have a look. So Piastri is going to finish his lap as well. No, not even quicker than Behrman. So not sure whether there was a mistake there by Piastri. I'm looking at him coming into the stadium, where drivers do often make mistakes. Oh, he did miss an apex coming in. But otherwise hard for me to see. Welcome back everyone. No, it's all definitely an issue at my end. Do I have a 4K GPU if I need to unlist the stream? I definitely don't. This GPU is getting on a little bit. Right. Leclerc second as well. Where is Verstappen? So Verstappen is going to be starting his lap. You can see he's going through the stadium section. He's going to be starting his first lap. Meanwhile, Lance Stroll is already on his second. His second session, really. He's come in the pits. He's already out again. Same with Behrman. So here comes Verstappen. It's Verstappen's first lap. Keep an eye on those sectors. Lewis Hamilton met with an issue coming into the stadium. Did he run wide? Yes, he did. A little bit rode that curb on the entry. Often see drivers doing that. You just lose a load of time. So Verstappen, first sector, 27.3. I think that's faster than Piastri. But not crazy, crazy, crazy quick. Not crazy, crazy, crazy. Now that second sector. I think Hulkenberg might have been all over the entry curb into the stadium as well. Yeah, went all the way on the outside of it. You can try and ride it and not exceed track limits. So Verstappen, sector 2, what's he saying? 29.9. I mean, that's very similar to Tsunoda. So Verstappen might be struggling a little bit here. Verstappen might be struggling. It is a good track, yeah. Not sure this is what Verstappen fans were expecting. P3 for Verstappen. So fastest sector 3 of anyone. But a couple of tenths off Lando. Again, ooh, who was that? Leclerc goes P2. No, sorry, was it Carlos Sainz? And has Piastri's time been deleted? Piastri's time may have been deleted there because he's all the way down in 11th. So I would expect, yeah, Verstappen mentioning in free practice he was slip and sliding all over. Doesn't look super comfortable for Verstappen here. Again, he needs to really get on pole and win this race for the championship. So I'd say it's everyone says it's advantage to Verstappen. I'd say it's advantage to everyone else. Yeah, Lando looking good. George Russell slots in P2. Let's keep an eye now on the bottom 5. With 9 minutes to go, who's going to be in the drop zone? Because Hamilton's only in P13 right now. Where's Hamilton on track? In that stadium section. So sort of slow down a little bit to get some free air. Having a look at Verstappen, what happened with Max? Did he run wide? Oh yeah, a little bit snappy. Looks like he's running some lower downforce, perhaps. Might be fair to say. A little bit snappy from Max. But he absolutely needs to, if he's going to stand a chance of winning this season. GOAT level behaviour if he wins it. Yeah, Behrman again. P1. Provisionally in Q3. Or Q1, sorry. If it was all to end now. If it was all to end now, he'd be on pole. 17.1. Making the Verstappen lap look a little bit ordinary, to be honest. It is high altitude. That can do some funny things with the aero. It's doing some funny things with the track temperature. The contrast between the track temperature and the air temperature. 8 minutes to go. Piastri now goes P3. But Lando, 16.8 for Lando. So in the 16s, Hamilton 17.2. So it looks like perhaps a track evolution or something. But the track's getting faster. Who's the worst F1 driver today? Let's find out. Let's see who's going to be bottom of Q1. Let's see. Last runs are going to be very, very, very interesting here. Very interesting. Norris fastest time FP3 16.6. He's getting closer. Yeah. So we're getting into a little bit of unknown territory, maybe. Does Hamilton and Max have beef? I don't think so. I don't really think they've got beef, to be honest. Some work going on Verstappen's car? Looks like some busyness happening. 4 tenths off Lando Norris at the moment. It's not looking good for Max Verstappen, I have to say. And Ollie Behrman. Behrman looking strong. Okay, so Piastri's going to come in. I would expect pretty much everyone to come in unless they're on some massive offset here. Hamilton's coming in. Bortoletto coming in as well. Yeah, Hulkenberg coming in. Leclerc will come in. Maybe Albon is on the offset. We will see. Sonoda in P16 right now. Colapinto, Hulkenberg, Albon, Stroll. Antonelli's not too far out of there. Both of the RBs are just out of there. Bortoletto's doing well. Looks like Lando has it in the bag. I wouldn't count on it that much. A lot can change, frankly. A lot can change. Colapinto being told this is really tight. Really, really, really tight. So I'm going to say that some big driver is going to get caught out here. Someone's going to get caught out. Verstappen comes out early, by the way. What's Verstappen's strategy here? That's very unusual to see Verstappen be the first one out for these final runs. To me, that indicates a lack of confidence. So maybe he wants to get something in the bag early. I suspect he's going to have to deal with a lot of traffic, though. It's going to be a huge amount of traffic of people coming out the pits. Or is he going to get around before then? Have a look at the pit lane. He's got to let Hadjar past here. He's going to have to overtake Hadjar again. Yeah, people moving out the pits now. McLaren's coming out. I think that's Russell coming out as well. So Verstappen's going to have a lot of traffic to deal with. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure. It'd be very easy for him to get held up by traffic. I'm only looking for a couple of tenths. Let's see. But then he's going to be traffic for everyone else. PV saying Arvid did well in FP1. Was that in the Red Bull then? That's interesting, isn't it, to see a rookie in that Red Bull? He does have enough time for 2 laps, sure, but does he have enough time for a lap, a cool down, and then a final lap? That's probably the more relevant question with the way that ERS and stuff works. So Verstappen seems in turn 1 overtakes Carlos Sainz. Let's keep an eye on those sector times. I'm just going to have to overtake Hadjar again, who's now on his outlap. So overtakes Hadjar. Sector 1, 27.2. That's pretty quick. That's pretty quick for Sector 1. More traffic to deal with, though, for Verstappen. Where is Verstappen? P9 right now. I'd say that's vulnerable. I'd say that's vulnerable. Gets past Antonelli. He may have to deal with Stroll in the stadium section. So let's see. I'd expect Stroll to stay to the right-hand side here, but it is Lance Stroll, so you don't really know. Gets past Lance Stroll, and he's clear now. So Verstappen, 29.9 in Sector 2. Not convinced about that sector. Joey's ready for this race. It's going to be good. Well, let's see. I mean, if Verstappen's up there, if he isn't, then I'm not sure. So Verstappen, surely he's going to go up right up there. Let's see. Oh, it's only P5. 17 dead. 3 tenths off Hadjar. So Hadjar and Lawson. So there's definitely a huge amount of track evolution here. There's a huge amount. Who's going to be vulnerable? Tsunoda. Tsunoda starting his lap? No, I think that's a lap for Tsunoda. P9 for Tsunoda. Charles Leclerc and Albon are leaving it very late here to come out, because they're going to have to let some drivers through. So they're going to have a slow outlap, I would imagine. So keep an eye on Albon. Is Albon going to be able to get round again? And Albon's in P15, so we can't risk it that much. Can old Alex Albon. So he's going to have to let Colapinto through. He's going to have to let Bortoleto through. Let's see, you have to let Hulkenberg through as well. Yeah, Hadjar is provisionally fastest with a 16.733. And actually, that was the gap to Verstappen, 3 tenths. Verstappen's gap to Lando is actually just over a tenth, so pretty tight. It's very, very, very tight. As you'd expect of the last races on these engine regs. Everyone's copied each other's homework enough that it's basically all the same homework now. Lance Stroll's going to be out, I'll tell you that for free. So, Stroll's out. Antonelli goes up to P11, 17.2. Is that going to be enough? I'm not sure. I'm not convinced. Carlos Sainz improves to P8. Fernando Alonso is starting his lap. Where's Albon? 41 seconds to go. He's had to let Bortoleto go now. Don't think we'll have to let Hulkenberg go. It's going to get very messy in the stadium. It's going to get very, very, very messy in the stadium. He's got to let Hulkenberg go through now. Surely. Oh, no, he's going to step on the gas. So Albon is going to make it round. Okay, so Hulkenberg goes up to P11. There's Hulkenberg. Ocon's in the drop zone. Will Ocon improve? Tell you, third place, some big drivers are going to get caught out here. Lewis Hamilton with a good first sector, but Hamilton can't afford a mistake. Hamilton's looking really strong here. Very strong from Hamilton. Antonelli, I don't know if he's on an outlap. I think Antonelli is on an outlap, so Antonelli's in danger here because Albon is still able to improve. But Albon's got a huge amount of traffic as Hamilton does go PT. It was a great lap from Hamilton. So Alonso's in the drop zone, but remember, he's on a fast lap. Albon's on a fast lap. Gasly, Stroll, Colapinto are done. So it's between Alfonso and Albon to see if they can knock out Antonelli. Alfonso's done it. So if Alex Albon could be about to knock out Kimi Antonelli here, that would be the big driver from a big team getting caught out in P1. So keep an eye on Alex Albon. Can't afford any mistakes. Not sure it's the best sector 2. Let's see. All he's got to do is beat Kimi Antonelli. Alex Albon doesn't do it. Wow. Albon must have made a big mistake there in sector 2. Was it to do with the traffic? I'm having a look. I don't think so. Was it a bit late coming into stadium? No, it wasn't late coming into stadium. Maybe just the Williams didn't quite have it compared to the Mercedes. Welcome, Pietro. Yeah, Q1 just ended. Hamilton looking strong. Alex Albon there wasn't able to knock out Kimi Antonelli, even though Carlos Sainz all the way up in P11. Missed opportunity there from Albon, I'd say. Meanwhile, what was Colapinto up to? Absolutely smashing curbs. Oh my days, I rate that so much. Colapinto was, I think, in the first chicane, just obliterating the curb. And the last one, the exit of 3, he says he hit it so hard it launched the car. But I fully rate it. Anyone who watches that will be like, I rate that. I rate that. Even disgraced ex-team principal Flavio Briatore rates it. There we go, Chai's got the results in there. So it is the knockout, the drivers that will be knocked out: Bortoleto, Albon, Gasly, Stroll, and Colapinto. But I have to say, I do rate that for Colapinto. There's been some interesting analysis this year of Colapinto's driving lines and how they're quite different to basically everyone else. And they're quite advanced. He's basically trying something completely different. I think is evidenced by his route through the chicane there. So he smashed the curb at turn 1, went great. He basically cut the corner of 2. It was such an aggressive line. And then he tried to do the same thing on 3, and the sausage curb was like, no, I'm sending you into space. So he went into orbit. Max needs a good start to win. Yes, indeed he does. By the way, make sure to hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. Good to be back. Good to be back on the F1 stream. It's been a while. I've got to update this widget again. Hang on a second. And yeah, we'll be back for the race tomorrow. Oh, we're outdoing the previous stream on likes. We're on 12 likes already. Great job, everyone. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's going to be Q2 next, where we're going to find out who the top 10 drivers are, and they're going to go to the final part of qualifying. So we have a 3-stage qualifying. F1 system, McGurkin, we're back. Yeah, we are back. We are certainly... The adjective I'd use, if I could only choose one, is back. Or now. Yeah, Isaac Hadjar there. And let's not forget Behrman. He was setting it alight. How close is it? How close is it? Half a second, basically, to get knocked out. I think it's insane. I think it's too close, frankly. I think it's impossible for us to appreciate. Why is there a Doritos Stranger Things collaboration? Have we reached peak branding merchandise? To be fair, I'm all over that cool original. Anyone who gets Tangy Cheese Doritos, I don't trust you. Because why would you do that when cool originals are available? One of the best flavours of all time. Chai, will the difference between P1 and 5 be mere 100 seconds? Let's see. Yeah, let's find out. Q2 is going to be getting underway. This is a much better format than Formula E, where I like the Formula E format on paper, but there's just too many gaps between the duels. And I think the qualifying actually lasts longer than the race, I realised. So if they can condense down the duels, it'll be fantastic. That's the great thing about Formula 1 qualifying, is that it's enough time to catch your breath, but you're not hanging around waiting. McGurkin, chilly heatwave. Chilly heatwave I can accept because you're like, okay, I want something hot. You know, I want something a bit spicy. I get it. I can deal with that. But if you're getting tangy cheese over Cool Original, I just don't rate you. I presume everyone agrees, right? Joey, is someone going to get out of this qualifying? Yeah, the top 10 drivers go through, and the drivers from 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th will drop out. So you want to be in the top 10, unless you're going to drop out and found some billion-dollar tech company. Grandstand's absolutely packed. Mexico City. We're going those roulette ones. The random ones. Am I imagining something, or did you used to get stuff in Doritos crisps back in the day? Also, didn't you used to get stuff in crisps generally? Or am I imagining things? I swear you used to actually get stuff in crisps, which sounds crazy. I don't know how the economics of that works. But I felt like you used to get stuff in crisp packets that were more valuable than the crisp packet themselves, when a crisp packet costs like 25p. Flippos. What are flippos? But that, it makes no economic sense to me, like, so surely that can't have been a thing. It's like you buy a car and you get the keys to a house. Do you think F1 cars are more safe than rally cars now? Well, as a certified rally fan, I'd say yeah. Yeah, Q2 is underway. No one driving out though. Remember, this used to be a bit of a thing all the time. And we're like, why do we have so long for Q2 when no one uses it? I don't know. I don't make the rules. Who's going to be first out? Surely someone who wants the advertising exposure for your sponsors. Isaac Hadjar is going to be the first driver out. So Verstappen was P9 there. P9 for Verstappen. That ain't going to be good enough. Dutch Lightbog just shared a pic with both his hands on his side, looking pretty annoyed. Yeah, Verstappen is not looking good for Verstappen. No, Q1 was 18 minutes, I think. This one, I think, is 14 minutes, if I remember. I might be wrong. I'm not the Oracle. So, Hadjar, Lawson, Hulkenberg are the drivers first out here. Then Fernando, Alfonso, and then the Ferraris are heading out also. Jason, haven't you got Sky Sports, mate? I do. McGurkin, I can only remember Salt and Shake had little sachet. Yeah, a sachet of salt's fine there. That's not inherently unusual, or I would say excessively valuable. But I seem to remember getting like... It's like a Happy Meal. Happy Meals are what, £2? Sometimes I feel like the toy is worth at least like £1. So I don't... How does that work? And it's Alfonso. Okay. Well, where is he on circuit? Just in Sector 2 right now. Yeah, Max hasn't... To be fair, is that a Max thing or a Red Bull thing, though? And I think it's something we should talk about separately, which is... Did Red Bull really need to sort out their second driver sooner? So you could have a situation like Max had in 2021, where Sergio Perez was able to effectively win in the championship. I think it's fair to say. So Hadjar and Lawson are tearing round. They'll be setting the first laps. Do you recall the RS50? Yeah, I reviewed it. It's a great wheel. I'm with my G Pro here. The big boy G Pro. There's a lot of... It's big, for sure. I don't mind it though. Verstappen is in such a different league. Well, let's see. Where is Verstappen? He is about to start his lap now. So keep an eye on Verstappen sector times. Welcome Golden 5522. Not too bad, just enjoying the qualifying here. What's Hadjar saying? 17.1 for Hadjar, so not as quick as we had in the first part of qualifying. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson in the other RB will go over the line. Don't think it's going to be as quick because he's really messed up sector 2. In fact, he aborted lap there, and Sonoda starting his lap. Just starting his lap. Ocon starting his lap also. It's Hulkenberg we're waiting for here to actually set a lap time. Jason says, go Lando. Let us know in the chat who you're supporting here. So what's Hulkenberg saying? Provisional P1 in Q2 for Hulkenberg. 17 dead. Still no one in the 16s yet. Fernando Alfonso, what are you saying, sir? Only P3. Very slow. 17.8. That ain't going to cut it. And Hamilton 17 dead as well. It's very close there. Very close with those lap times. What about Verstappen? Verstappen going to set a lap time here. Surely provisionally fastest for Verstappen. Yes, it is. 16.8. So not the fastest we've seen today, but provisionally fastest here in Q2. Black, got the papayas out. We're definitely not hoping there's a crash. Don't want to say. Leclerc goes P1. So Leclerc 16.6. And the Ferrari's been looking decent here. 3.5 tenths quicker than, basically 4 tenths quicker than Lewis Hamilton. Sonoda goes P4, another 17 dead. If the cutoff is a 17 dead, this is insane. It's going to be absolutely insane. Ollie Behrman, 17.4. Not very quick in the context of things. Carlos Sainz could be on a quick one. Could be on a quick one here, Carlos Sainz. Yes, he is. 16.7 for Carlos Sainz. No wonder Williams was so disappointed about Alice Albon not getting through, because that Williams has pace. 16.7 for the Williams. Wow. And Lando goes fastest. 16.2. 16.2 for Lando. He's going to blow away Piastri. He's going to blow away Piastri. Piastri with a 17.2. It looks ancient compared to Norris. That is insane. What has Lando done here? How has he done that? 16.2 for Lando. That's absurd. That is ridiculous. That is World Driver Championship elect right there. He's not messing around. Chat, are you seeing what I'm seeing there with Lando? 16.2. Ooh. He's a second quicker than Oscar Piastri. Call him Ayrton Norris. That's a bit of a madness. I can't see Verstappen doing that. Let's be honest. I can't see Verstappen doing that at all. This might be done. This might be trying to pack it up. I think it has to use the current homologated engine. Chat, what do we think of that from Lando? I think that's absurd. Piastri not far off the drop zone. So in the drop zone, Behrman, Ocon, Alfonso, Antonelli and Lawson. Again, like most of the Q2s this season, I think we're going to see some big drivers drop out. Will we see the Ferraris, both Ferraris get through? Maybe Lando got confused. Maybe he thought it was Q3 or something. Because that's insane from Lando. Being sent down to the weighbridge. The FIA are just suspicious about it. So 6 minutes to go. Hadjar and Lawson on a bit of an offset strategy here. Yeah, I'm sure Lando must have just sent it through the stadium or something. That's one of the most surprising laps, if not the most surprising lap I've seen all year. Cody, watching the car Lando has compared to Oscar is night and day. Not a single hint of correction for Lando. Is compliant and goes through points. Oscar is constantly fighting it. Are you suspicious of Piastri? It felt like in turn 5 something weird happened with the PU. I don't want to use the sabotage word, but is this a little bit suspicious? Looks so easy for Lando, now Oscar struggling. Let's see. Hadjar and Lawson starting their laps now. They're doing the Verstappen strategy. I wonder if we'll see Max come out earlier, but I just don't think Max can compete with that. I don't think Max can compete with that at all. This might be good night for Red Bull. Golden says it kind of feels that way with Oscar. Felipe's reaching. Lovely clean laps here for Hadjar and Lawson. Maybe they're going to do another final lap as well. Maybe they feel like they won't need to. They probably have enough time here. Or cutting it fine maybe, but to do the in-lap. Welcome Kata Uji, good to see you again. Because we're back again. So Hadjar, what's Hadjar saying? 16.8. Boy, it's under that 17 dead cutoff. I'm thinking about. And then Liam Lawson, I'm just going to say he's going to get a 17 dead. I'm calling it a 17 dead for Lawson. Drinks on me if it happens. He's boxed it. He's boxed it. Another mistake for Lawson. I think that happened previously as well. So Lawson's going to give it another crack. Was it into stadium? He was decent up until that point. Did he run over the curb? No. Looked decent from Lawson. I'm not sure why he aborted that lap, to be honest. I don't really understand. Felipe Piastri is getting found out, in my opinion, crumbling under pressure. Like he's a Rolex. Okay, so the remaining drivers are out here. Yeah, I saw Piastri was talking about the PU. Power unit. And he's in the pit lane stack right now. He's got plenty of time to listen to the revs. And hope for his sake that that power unit is working. Cody not reaching. It's just facts. You watch the onboards, it's literally night and day. It's unbelievable. It's correction after correction with Oscar, while Lando goes where he puts it. No problems with curbs, nothing. It's unreal. Are we thinking of 15? Are we thinking of 1 minute 15 here from Lando? Could that be possible? Right. Verstappen is on a flying lap. Who is going to be first over the line? I'm having a look. It's going to be Hulkenberg, I'm guessing. Yeah, Hulkenberg is the first one in the train that we're looking at. So we're looking at Nico Hulkenberg. If drivers start going sub 1 minute 17 here, then someone's going to be in trouble, because then you're in like little mistake territory. So let's see if Hulkenberg immediately comes in sub 1 minute 17. Yeah, looks like Cody might be on the onboard, so you can let us know if there is something up with the PU. But here come... I mean, better to have it in quali than race, I guess. So we're looking at interesting grid drop potential at the main. Right, so Hulkenberg goes over. We're looking at whether it's going to be under a 1 minute 17 for Nico Hulkenberg. Well, it's not an improvement, interestingly. What about Verstappen? Is Verstappen going to improve? Yes, he does. 16.6. Good lap from Verstappen. Leclerc is starting his lap. Ocon goes to P6, 16.8. So we are going sub 1 minute 17s. So if you make a mistake, you're going to be out. 16.7 for Behrman. It's going to be Hamilton next over. Hamilton with a fast sector 2. Hamilton could be looking pretty handy here. Yeah, P2 for Hamilton, 16.4. This is Q2, remember. Antonelli, meanwhile, is setting his lap time. 16.7, and Piastri is starting his lap. Piastri is in the drop zone. I repeat, Piastri is in the drop zone. He cannot afford a mistake here. This is what I love about Formula 1 qualifying. As Russell goes P3, 16.5. Carlos Sainz is on a lap. Not sure he's going to improve. He does slightly, 16.6 for Sainz. Surely Norris will just park this in the pits. No, Norris, for some reason, does a lap, but it is a 16.5. So it would have been good enough for P2 on its own that lap. And he had nothing really to gain by doing it. So it shows the confidence there. Charles Leclerc's going to go over. Not sure he's going to improve. 16.8. 16.6 before. No, he doesn't improve. Does 16.8. And Tsunoda is coming around now. Let's see what Tsunoda can do. Does he get that drop zone? He does. So Ocon in the drop zone. Ocon's out. Hülkenberg's out. It's Piastri and Alonso. And Liam Lawson did manage to get out. Let's have a look at Alonso here. Will he get out of the drop zone? No, he doesn't. Piastri surely is going to get well. I think he's going to get well out of the drop zone here. That'll push Tsunoda back in. So the Red Bull driver, yeah. So Piastri 16.7. Still half a second off Lando. And that puts Yuki Tsunoda in the drop zone. He's out. So I think Liam Lawson is not going to improve. And there we have it. So our drop zone now is these are the drivers that are out. Tsunoda, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Alonso and Liam Lawson. So we've lost the Red Bull there. Not good for Verstappen, you might say. If he wanted to have an ally up there. Although he does have Hadjar, kind of, in the RB. Let's see if Red Bull need to lean on the RBs a bit more. Okay, yeah, 3 British drivers in the top 3. Lando, Lewis, and George. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen is in P4. And 3.5 tenths off Lando Norris. I feel it's very much advantage Lando here. Welcome Star Fox. Coach Kim for staying up past his bedtime. You have no idea what we were up to at the expo. Oof. Some of the things we saw, we can't repeat. Chaya, Q2 results. Yeah, there we go. Those are all the drivers knocked out. Tsunoda, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Alonso, Lawson, Bortoleto, Albon, Gasly, Stroll and Colapinto all out. So I think Piastri doesn't seem like he has it in the bag. And I just think the car gap here is too much for Verstappen. It seems to be McLaren's very much on top, which was not the story of free practice. But that's why you can't always trust free practice. Did I try the helmet force feedback? I didn't try actually. I'm going to go down and see them. Hopefully spend the whole day with them. Plenty of videos coming out though. Please do make sure you're liking the videos that I'm doing from the expo, and hit the hype button as well if you have it as well. I'm releasing a lot of content, so it will really definitely need your support for the algorithm to be like, yeah, this is legit. And lots of interesting stuff out there, to be honest. The new Sims are going to be interesting. See how people take to them. Very different handling feels, for sure. But yeah, like on my latest one, the Fanatec podium pedals, please do feel free to hit the like. 61 likes at the moment. I want to get to 100 likes on that one, for sure. Just smash the keyboard. I presume we're still streaming. I'm not going to second guess anything after earlier. So next up it's going to be Q3. My prediction, I think Hamilton might get it. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think Hamilton might get himself on pole here. Anyone with me? Anyone with me on that wild ride? Hamilton. Welcome, Martin Harmson. Good evening. What's this goal? Oh, it's a super chat goal. How do I get back? Get inspired with share how you'll celebrate. Your celebration shouldn't include anything of monetary value. Yeah, because then it's like it gets into very weird legal territory, surely. YouTube are desperate to push all these features. Chai, anyone can grab pole. Felipe saying Lando for pole. Well, let me know in the chat, who do you think is going to grab pole here? I'm going to go Hamilton. Some onboards of Piastri. Jason says Hamilton could get pole if he's perfect. Anton says we're not going to see Yuki next year. Oh, that's right. PV can't see Lando being beaten off that lap. Yeah, I mean, the sensible money's on Lando. Martin, good evening. Always nice to be with the best stream available. Oh, thank you very much, Martin. Appreciated. Jason saying Alfonso should retire. Harsh. I'm going to go Hamilton. He's been looking strong all qualifying. And there's a little bit in there that maybe he has less pressure. Maybe the pressure will get to Lando. Because everyone knows here that Lando has the car beneath him to get pole. I'd say he's definitely the favourite for pole. But is he going to get pole position? I'm not sure. Have I thought about getting motion rig? I've thought about it, but I just feel it's going to be software nightmare, and I just want to. Like, I could race right now on this rig. I could put my. Where is my wheel? Put my wheel on. How do I have 2 of these wheels? Okay. Just got very confused for a second. Welcome Fluffy, welcome Danny as well. Great to have you on board. Okay, Q3. We are awaiting it. 10 cars. Only 1 pole position. Let's see who's going to get it. Do I rock active pedal or load cell? Here, I'm rocking the Logitech G Pro load cells. Oliver Bearman, by the way, in Q3, in case we missed it. The Bearmeister's here. Hadjar's here as well. What a great season of qualifying it's been for Isaac Hadjar. Unbelievable. Do you think Max will win the title? Not if he doesn't get a pole here. If he doesn't get a pole here, he's not going to have the pace for the race, and then he's done. Thought about getting the Moser 4-speed shifter. I'd like to review that, actually. Might ask them. Martin, did I miss a lot? Yeah, but you're here for Q3, so we're going to see who's going to get on pole position, and I'm not sure it's going to be Max, to be honest. I just have a funny feeling that Lewis Hamilton just might have the vibes around him. Might have those vibes. Anyway, I'm going Hamilton. The sensible money says Lando. Such a peculiar sport, this, watching some people strap themselves inside a vehicle, drive at a high speed, and then we time it. And millions of people watch. Fluffy's got bad Wi-Fi, it won't load live. Just follow the chat. Follow the chat then. Just follow the chat. It's the ultimate slim way to do it. Felipe, Max could pull out a madness. I don't think Max can pull out a madness. That's what I'm going to say. I don't think he's got the car underneath him here. Felipe's going Lando. Golden says Hamilton as well. We are underway in Q3. Just want to confirm. Like, Q3 is happening. It's here. It's a thing. We're doing it. We're in it. Right. The McLarens are off. I think Carlos Sainz is also underway as well. Jason Greenaway hasn't missed a GP since about 7. I'm 55 now. Very nice. What's been the best GP in that time? Dutch Live, well, pole may not be the most ideal. The distance to turn 1 is long. And the driver on pole usually loses his position. Well, I don't think Verstappen's going to be on the front row here. I think Verstappen is going to be on the second row of the grid. But yeah, we've seen the driver... We've also seen the driver in second place lose positions this year. McGurkin Max is just copy-pasting his previous qualifying nowhere pole by miles. He's going for the underdog script. I don't buy it here. Jason Hamilton, 2008. No worries, Felipe. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't want to miss the stream tomorrow. If you could be a professional race car, what would it be? See, now I do more racing and stuff. It starts to get a little bit more realistic, so I can't just go like Formula 1. I don't know. It's a very interesting question. Wish I could just do YouTube videos where I just answer that question for like 10 minutes. Maybe I could. Okay, so Verstappen already starting his lap here. So Verstappen is underway. Keep an eye on Max Verstappen. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz. No, it's not Carlos Sainz. Is Verstappen going to be the first driver to set a lap time here? It could be Verstappen, you know. Could be Verstappen. Porsche Cup. Yeah, you could do like a super, realistically, like stuff like a Super Trofeo. You could be like, I could probably handle myself there. So maybe something like that. Fluffy's going for Ferrari pole. Okay. I think Verstappen is going to be the first driver. Oh, look at the lap times between Verstappen and Lando. Verstappen faster by 0.03 of a second, and they're both a 1/10.5 faster than Piastri. Meanwhile, what's Hamilton going to be saying in Sector 1? Verstappen Sector 2, 29.4. But Lando goes faster. Verstappen will go provisionally fast, 16.4. So Verstappen can do the 16.4s. And the question is, will Lando keep it going into the last sector? Let's see if Lando can not make a mistake. He'll go provisionally fastest here. Provisional pole, surely. Yes, 16.1 for Lando. I just don't think Verstappen has it. I just don't think Verstappen has the car underneath him. Meanwhile, Piastri in no man's land here. Piastri goes P3. 16.469. Slower than Verstappen. It's close, obviously, but it is slower. And Carlos Sainz coming through is going to be a lot slower because it's not a very good Sector 2. So P4 16.9 for Carlos Sainz. Isaac Hadjar may go faster than the Sainz. No, it doesn't. 17.2. And Lewis Hamilton, P2 for Hamilton. There's my guy. I was backing him here for pole. Charles Leclerc with a Sector 1. That's unbelievable. Keep an eye on Charles Leclerc here. Provisional pole for Charles Leclerc. 15.9. The first driver to go in the 15s. The Ferraris are on it. The Tifosi are going absolutely wild here because the Ferraris are almost on a front row lockout. This is unbelievable. Piastri's down in P5. George Russell only P6. The Mercedes are struggling. Maybe that Mercedes engine, Lando aside, is struggling at these high altitudes. So the drivers are going to come in now. There'll be a little bit of a gap and then they'll go out again. Black says, wow, Felipe mad. Yeah, Charles Leclerc is on provisional pole, and it's not particularly tight. There's 2 tenths in it. Hamilton P3, Max Verstappen P4. Like I said, I think Verstappen's going to start on the second row. I just wonder whether Hamilton is going to make the front row lockout for Ferrari. There's no guarantees with track evolution here. The track's getting cooler. There's no guarantees it's going to be faster at the end. Ferrari must eat X hype because of the new NFT. Oh no, I missed the Ferrari NFT. What'll I do? Yeah, Lando, almost 2 tenths behind Leclerc. Who saw this coming? Be honest in the chat. Who saw this coming? Joey, Matt still has chance to win. Piastri is half a second off. Half a second. Some damage on the car? No. That's just the funny little jacks from McLaren. Fluffy's thinking. Sounds like a chat GPT. Chai, I do quite like this. There's no guaranteed driver. It's a complete mystery who will get pole. Who's going to solve the mystery? Russell saying his rears were nowhere. PV says will be nice to see Hamilton get that first Ferrari podium. I feel like it's there for the Ferraris. It's there for the taking. Let's see. Martin says no, it's amazing what Ferrari is doing. Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton. Ferrari cooking up some pasta here. Let's see. It's been a while since we've seen Ferrari dominant like this. So Charles does have a pole position from earlier in the year. Can't quite remember where it was. We know Charles Leclerc is a demon qualifier. We know that he tends to have a tenth or two over Hamilton in qualifying. Joe, what does Norris drive for? He drives for McLaren. Fluffy's thinking Charles, Lando, Carlos, Kimi, Oscar. Where are you putting Hamilton in all of that? So, Charles Leclerc is being sent out, or they're preparing him to come out quite early, I think. 3 minutes 30 to go. And the McLarens are on the move. But they'll get intercepted down the pit lane because they start at the back. Quite an interesting dynamic, actually. Max Verstappen, what does he need to do? He needs to pull half a second out here if he wants to get pole position. Surely there's not half a second on this circuit, chat. I'm just going to be honest. This was me in karting. I'd be like, I'm not quite sure there is half a second for me. But this is Max Verstappen. Fluffy's putting Hamilton 7th. Pietro, Ferrari giving me hope. Chai is happy to see 3 rookies in Q3 this time. It's happened a lot that Hadjar and Behrman in the top 10. Yes, indeed. Okay, so it is Behrman who's out first, and then Piastri. I wonder if someone was overtaking people in the pit lane. I wonder if it was Piastri. He really wants to be out there early. Felipe saying Norris needs a champion quali. Interesting how Lando is much further behind in the queue than Oscar Piastri. So Verstappen, Sainz and Hadjar in between. There's not too much chance of a yellow flag risk here unless someone bins it in stadium. Okay. We are getting ready for the final runs, everyone. So Oliver Behrman starts us off. I can only imagine driving an F1 car versus all the pressure on F1 drivers. You can do it in sim racing. I've driven Lando Norris in the F1 sim, the F1 game. I've driven Max Verstappen, driven Ocon in Gran Turismo. That was really fun. Goodness me, that battle I had with Esteban Ocon was fantastic. Then I saw him in Monaco. Okay, Verstappen's over the line as well. Carlos Sainz over the line. So it's Oliver Bearman we're keeping an eye on. 27.2 is quite quick from Oliver Bearman. I'm not saying he's going to go pole. I don't think that's going to happen. Just saying that the track looks quick, maybe. Verstappen, 27 dead for Verstappen is a tenth quicker, or half a tenth quicker than Oscar Piastri. It's all going to happen very thick and fast now. Don't go anywhere. Seriously, just don't do anything for the next minute. It's all going to happen. Trust me. So, Bearman is going to go over the line first. Let's see if he can improve a little bit on his 17.4. Does he go 17 dead or so? 16.4, that's quick. This is a quick track. Bearman goes faster than Piastri. Surely Piastri's going to improve. Yes, he will. Piastri will improve. But Piastri's P3. Piastri is going to be behind Lando here, come what may. And here comes Verstappen over the line. I'm not sure he's going to... Oh, he's P2 for Verstappen. It is faster than Lando. It is faster than Piastri. 16 dead. But Lando's on a mad one. Lando's on an insane one here. Lando's taking chunks out as Carlos Sainz in P4. Isaac Hadjar, we don't really care too much about that. Sorry, bro. But P6 for Isaac Hadjar. Is Lando here? Surely, provisionally fast. Surely fast 15.8 or something. 15.7. 15.5 from Lando Norris. That is insane. No one is going to be beating that. Surely, unless Leclerc does something godly in the last sector. Hamilton does go P2, but he's 4 tenths off. Lando Norris has put the hammer down here. Will Charles Leclerc out-qualify Hamilton? Yes, he does, 15.8. But they're not in the same region, really, as Lando Norris. That was insane. As Antonelli puts another car in between himself and Lando and Piastri. As Piastri is really struggling here. George Russell goes P4. He's in between Verstappen and Piastri. Incredible scenes. Lando... Unfortunately, it's going to be looked with suspicion about how he's so much faster than Piastri here. That's just the age we live in on social media. But that is a huge gap. That is a huge, huge, huge gap. Lando Norris, take a bow. 15.5. He is 6 tenths quicker than Oscar Piastri. And Verstappen, I said is a battle to start on the second row of the grid. He's on the third row of the grid. It's Verstappen. So this could be the end of the Verstappen charge. And this could be the beginning of the McLaren managing Lando to the victory. To the World Drivers' Championship. Random Reyes says Piastri Championship. Let's get your hot takes in the chat, everyone. Black says nice. Jerry Norris not playing around. Jose, I think Sainz will pole. Didn't work out like that. But yeah, well done, Sainz. And Piastri in P8. Surely absolutely washed there. This is big problems for Piastri. And what happens if Lando checks out? If Lando checks out and Oscar gets it, Oscar's got to try and overtake Carlos Sainz, Kimi Antonelli, Max Verstappen, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. That's not easy, to say the least. Norris says, what a lap, what a lap. Even I don't know how I did that. I think there's going to be conspiracy theories. People are going to say that... and Norris being told, I know, the less I know, the better. The conspiracy theories are just going to run with that. Because they're going to say, with Piastri's PU issues, surely McLaren are cooking something here. And they'll say, probably with the FIA. To ensure that Lando is going to get this victory. Formula Pro getting Lando lad. Alexander. Piastri looks like Lando before the summer break. And Philippe said Lando is the bro of the year. Yeah, Lando looking strong. Lando looking extremely strong here. Hard to look past him for a championship, dare I say, at this moment in time. I mean, the Ferraris, respect to the Ferraris, but even the Ferraris couldn't quite get there. Are the Ferraris going to have race pace tomorrow? Not sure. Are they going to get in the way of Verstappen and Oscar? Absolutely. Has Lando pulled a lap out of the bag here that could really swing the momentum of the championship? Definitely yes. He gets a little high five from Hamilton. Fluffy, in race 1 goes 25 points. I think it would be a swing like that. Obviously nothing's assured yet. You don't get points for pole positions in Formula 1. I'm just setting up the stream for tomorrow because we will be live tomorrow for the race, and I do think it is a don't miss it one, basically. Like, what happened to Max? I just don't think he had the car underneath him, to be honest. I don't think he had the car. That's what I think. Wow, I do not understand YouTube streaming anymore. Okay. Flight hates how McLarens are the best. Their drivers not even good. Their drivers are very good though. I mean, that's obvious. Umar P3 for Lewis, let's go. And Chaya says Sainz and Piastri will switch places tomorrow due to a grid penalty from the last GP. Okay, so Piastri will be up to P7. Still a row behind Verstappen though. Yeah. Well, if you'd said to me before that Lando's going to get pole, I believe you. If you said you're going to get pole and Verstappen's going to be P5, I'd be like, that's pretty good for Lando. And then if you'd said, well, also Piastri can P8, that's fantastic. It can't really get too much better for Lando. Like, that's a very, very, very good outcome. A very good outcome. Yeah, I think I set it for 9 o'clock UK time, so an hour before the race start. I've got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Got some videos to do, but looking forward to the race. Hattrack says Lando choke incoming. Chaya saying again that the distance to turn 1 is long. Having pole is not the most ideal. Who knows what will happen? I agree with you. I agree with you. PV saying Max is cooked. I think this is the one where... The thing is it more... Let's be honest. Is it more exciting for the championship to have a loose cannon Max Verstappen who just doesn't care for the final races? Like, what happens in Abu Dhabi if Max is on pole, but Oscar needs to win? I think that's more exciting. Nice from Chai, thank you for all the stats. Yeah, oh, clocks are going back, are they? Is that good or bad? What does that mean? Clocks go back. So I wake up at 7 tomorrow, but it's actually... Clocks go back. So I wake up at 7 tomorrow. It's actually 8 in reality, but we can't say it's 8. We have to say it's 7. So I get an extra hour of sleep. Is that how it works? I get an extra hour? Extra hour, okay. When do I pay for that back? So when I go to bed, so it's midnight, but it's actually 1. How does that work? Do I care about that? I don't think I care about that. And then I wake up and it's just dark. And I go to bed and it's just dark, right? It's just dark now till 26. Is that also right? Right. Chat, I will see you tomorrow. I'll try not to start the stream and then just end it. Never know my next move. But my next move is going to be I'm going to stream tomorrow the race at 9 o'clock UK time. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Sets us up nicely for tomorrow. Let's see what happens. It's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty interesting for the championship. Lewis Hamilton looks like he's having a lot of fun. But yeah, I will see you all tomorrow, everyone. I'll see you then.